Hello there, I'm meteorologist Tony Barlow. Thanks for tuning into this video blog at KELOLAND.com. Been a while since we've done one of these. We had a few technical difficulties, but I think we've got things figured out now. Busy week ahead for us weather-wise. We're going to talk a little bit about that, what we can expect this week. It looks like several systems are going to be pushing on through this week. So let's lay things out for you here. Give you kind of a little bit closer look at what we can expect out of the weather this week. All right, so we're going to start looking at the GFS model for this week. This is a longer range American run model that we often look at. Gives us a pretty good idea of what's going to be happening. So what we're looking at now is your Sunday night, and we've been having this rain and snow models doing pretty good initializing on what we currently have going on out there. As we make our way into your Sunday, we are going to be seeing, or Monday, excuse me, as we make our way into your Monday, we get a little bit of a break here. This is around 6 a.m., but fairly quickly as we go through the day, Monday, precip surges back into the area. But this system, this area of low pressure looks to stay mostly south. I'm going to drop this. There's the low down there. And so that will bring, for the most part, the heaviest precip to southern portions of South Dakota and especially in Nebraska. Northern portions of the state, we still have a chance of precip for you, but it looks like if anything falls, it'll likely fall as a mix of rain and snow, and it should be fairly light on Monday. As we continue, you can see the heavier precip then pushing out. This is Tuesday morning at 6 a.m., but it comes back, and this one looks to affect a more broad area. In fact, the whole state likely affected by the second round of moisture for us on Tuesday. So this is 6 o'clock Tuesday. We've got some pretty heavy totals as far as rainfall going on at this time, according to the model. Blue shade showing a really heavy swath of precip right over southeastern South Dakota. Look at the 540 line. That's the dividing line we typically watch. North, or on the colder side of this line, is typically where we see the transition to snow. So we're looking at rain kind of in the southern corner, the southeastern corner of the state, changing over to snow in the northwestern corner of the state. As we continue through time, you can see here as we get into Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, this is around midnight. The low moves off pretty quickly, but it drags behind the moisture. And at this point, overnight Tuesday to Wednesday is probably our best chance of seeing accumulating snowfall in eastern KELOLAND. Could pile up too. We'll just have to see. We're still a couple days out, so I want to get a few more model runs looking at that storm track before we pin anything down. But it does look like we'll see a pretty good swath of some precip, some snowfall across the area, accumulating snowfall once again. So certainly not what people want to hear. As we go into Wednesday, high pressure tries to build in, struggles a little bit here, but I think by late Wednesday we start to clear out, get a bit of a break, and then into Thursday and Friday. I'm not going to dwell on this too long because we still have several days to go, but it looks like another system set to affect us there Thursday and Friday, bringing more moisture to the area. And then hopefully, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for the weekend. We'll have to see if we can break out of this pattern and warm up a little bit. So I'm just scanning through the weekend. You can see for the most part we're precip free, but still a few areas of moisture hanging around there. This is the HPC run of what they're expecting as far as precipitation. This would take us from basically this morning through Friday morning as far as how much rain may fall. Just to lay out the colors for you, the lightest blue shade's about 1.5 inches. The darkest blue shade's about 3/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch. So anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches possible across the area. You can see the heaviest is in the southeast. This may be snow across a large portion of the area as far as that moisture falling. And it looks like I lost my other weather model. Let's back up a little bit here. And I want to take a look at one more thing. I want to look at winter weather, snow to be particular. And so this is the probability of snowfall. At least 4 inches of snow, the Tuesday night, Wednesday time frame. 10% probability outlined in blue. The green is a 40% probability, and the red is a 70% probability. So best chances of 4 inches or more for that time frame look to be across portions of north central and northwestern South Dakota. So that's the forecast. It is going to be active. The main things to look out for: cloudy, cold, wet. Certainly ranchers, farmers do not need any more moisture, as well as everyone who's been dealing with flooding across the area as well. The one thing we can rule out, if you're trying to find a silver lining, is severe weather. It looks like with temperatures this cold, we're not going to see that threat, although that will be likely across our south. So thank you for tuning into this video blog at KELOLAND.com. Stay tuned for more this week as we go through the week at KELOLAND.com. Also, of course, keep an eye on the news. We'll keep you up to date here in the Storm Center and the latest on the weather. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great week.